Hello and good morning. This is Devasis Mohanty. Once again, I am welcoming you all to our polynomial chapter discussion. So, in the last days, we have already done the graphical representations of our polynomial. So, today we will do the discussion how to derive the relation between the zero of a polynomial with its coefficient. In the previous days, we have already shown to you about the linear polynomial. Suppose one of the linear polynomial which is in the standard form is ax plus b, and there we got the zero of the linear polynomial which was minus b by a. Everyone, you just have to remember in the last days we got the zero of the linear polynomial. It is equal to minus b by a, otherwise we said it as the minus coefficient minus constant term divided by coefficient of the x. Actually minus b by a, it means minus constant term, b means the constant term of the linear polynomial, divided by the coefficient of the x. So it means the zero of the linear polynomial having a relationship with the coefficient of the linear polynomial. So in the same way, everyone had the question whenever I taught you about the linear polynomial. Okay, everyone had the question that is there any relationship between the zero of the quadratic polynomial with their coefficient or not. So now I just want to show you the same thing. So for this, I will show you first few of the examples. From that example, we will get to learn the relationship between the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. Then after one normal formula, otherwise general formula, we will create. Okay. So here it is, one of the quadratic polynomial it is px, it is our 2x square minus 8x plus 6. It is a quadratic polynomial, and whenever anyone will ask you how to find out the zero of the polynomial, always you should have to equate that polynomial to 0. So the same thing I am doing. The polynomial 2x square minus 8x plus 6 I am equating to 0. On equating to 0, also the polynomial also I can factorize. And the factorization of the quadratic polynomial, otherwise quadratic polynomial, it can be done by splitting the middle term. Also you can separately also, otherwise firstly also you can do the factorization also, no problem. Okay, but here whenever we are solving the equation at a time, we are doing the factorization, no problem. You can do in any way, no problem. So for which I should have to split the middle term minus 8x in such a way such that its product it will be 12x square, product of the starting and ending, 12x square. Understood or not understood? Sum should be minus 8 and the product it should be 12x square. Otherwise, apart from the variable also you can say minus 8 you should have to break in such a way such that its a product it will be 12. Okay, so to be 12, one must be minus 2, another must be minus 6. One must be minus 2, another one must be minus 6. So minus 2x minus 6x, their sum it is equal to minus 8x. Also their product it is also plus 12x square. Okay, so for which in place of a minus 8x, I am writing it as the 2x square minus 2x minus 6x plus 6, which is equal to 0. So after the rearrangement, I should have to check between the two, is there any monomial it is common or not? Yes, it is clearly seen from the 2x square and from the 2x minus 2x. 2x can be taken it as the common. Whenever I am taking the 2x it as the common from the first two terms, within the bracket I am getting it as the non-common term, it is x minus 1. In the same way, from the third and fourth term, whenever I will take minus 6 it as the common, also within the bracket also I am getting the same x minus 1 it as the factor, non-common factor. then after which is equal to 0. So now the equation having in the left side 4 terms were there. Now the 4 terms become converted it into 2 terms, and between the 2 terms here it is a binomiality as the common. That binomiality is x minus 1, it is common for both the terms. So for which from both the terms I took the x minus 1 it as the common. After taking x minus 1 it as the common, so the non-common terms are 2x minus 6 is equal to 0. Perfectly understood? So it means product of a 2 factor it is equal to 0. How we can say that the 2 number product it is equal to 0? Either this one it is equal to 0, otherwise this one it is equal to 0, otherwise both are 0. So for which I am writing it as the x minus 1 equal to 0 or 2x minus 6 is equal to 0. Okay, so whenever x minus 1 is equal to 0, by solving the linear equation you will get it as the x is equal to 1. And on solving the another linear equation 2x minus 6 is equal to 0, there you will get it as the x is equal to 3. So it means 2 zeros we got, one it is our x, it is our 1, another one it is our x is equal to 3. So 2 zeros are 1 and 3. Now we will do the experiment with the 2 zeros of the quadratic polynomial. So now we want to do the sum of the 2 zeros of the quadratic polynomial. The sum of the zeros 1 plus 3 which is equal to 4. 1 plus 3 which is equal to 4. But 4 which is equal to minus of minus 8 divided by 2. It means how much the sum we are obtaining, that sum it is also same as the minus b by a. Minus b by a. So b means, here the b means in the standard form ax square plus bx plus c means b is the coefficient of x and a it is the coefficient of x square. Clear? So it means from the first polynomial we got the 0 it as the 1 and 3. Here we got it as the sum of the 2 0 it is 4, and which is same as the minus b by a. Minus b by a means minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of a. Sum it is expressed in the form of coefficient of x and coefficient of x square. Then after we are just checking the product, it is how much we are getting. Now the product of the 2 zeros of this given quadratic polynomial it is 1 and 3. So product it is 1 into 3 which is equal to 3. Also here it is seen that the product of 3 can be expressed in the form of c by a. C by a means constant term divided by coefficient of the x square. So it means from this discussion one thing it is clear, sum of the 2 zeros we got it as the minus b by a, expressed it in the form of the coefficient of the 2. Also, and the product of the 2 zeros also we got it can be expressed it as the c by a. C means a constant divided by a means coefficient of the x square. So another example we need to check, then after we will be much more sure. Okay, another example it is, suppose one of the polynomial it is our 3x square plus 5x minus 2 is equal to polynomial it is 3x square plus 5x minus 2. To get the 0 of the polynomial, we must have to equate that polynomial to 0. So on equating 3x square plus 5x minus 2 is equal to 0, always remember one thing, quadratic polynomial can be factorized by splitting the middle term. You can factorize outside of the equation solving step. Firstly also you can do the same, otherwise whenever we will solve the equation also with the step by step at a time we can do the factorization also. So for which you have to break the middle term 5x in such a way, you just have to break the middle term 5x in such a way so that their product it will be minus 6. Product it will be minus 6. So for which I broke it as 6x minus x. 6x minus x, their sum is equal to 5x, also their product it is equal to minus 6x square. So for which in place of a 5x in the next step I wrote it as the 6x minus x, then after minus 2 is equal to 0. So from the first two term 3x can be taken it as the common. Now the non-common term it is x plus 2. and from the third and fourth term I can take the -1 it as the common. Also +1 you can take, but I want to take the common factor in such a way such that just like the previous one, x plus 2 it is there, also in the same way I want to formulate x plus 2 it is another factor, such that from both the term in the next step we can take the same factor it as the common. Okay, so for which in the next step x plus 2 I can take it as the common. After taking the x plus 2 it as the common, the non-common term it is 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. Just like the previous one, the product of a two factor is equal to 0. It means either this one equal to 0, otherwise this one equal to 0, otherwise both are 0. So for which I am considering x plus 2 is equal to 0 or 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. X plus 2 is equal to 0, it implies x is equal to -2. And 3x minus 1 is equal to 0, it means 3x is equal to 1. It implies x is equal to 1 by 3. So it means the two zeros are -2 and 1 by 3. So here we need to check the sum of the two zeros how much we are getting, also the product of the two zeros how much we are getting. Okay, so here it is the sum of the two zeros is -2 plus 1 by 3, which is equal to -5 by 3. Also it is same as the -b by a. It is also same as the -b by a. So here it is -b means -5 divided by 3. So here it is also the same thing. It was observed that in the previous example the sum of the two zeros it was seen it has the -b by a. Here it is also same thing. It is seen that the sum of the two zeros it is also same as the -b divided by a. And here it is b means the coefficient of x and a means the coefficient of x square. Ready? And the product of the two zeros is -2 into 1 by 3, which is equal to -2 by 3. Product of the two zeros is -2 by 3 and which is also same as the c by a, which is also same as the c by a. C means constant term and a means our coefficient of x square. So from both the examples it is clear that the sum of two zeros of a quadratic polynomial it is always same as the -b by a, and the product of the two zeros it is always same it as the c by a. Sum equal to -b by a and product it is equal to c by a, where a is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x and c is the constant term. Okay, so now we will formulate the general formula. Okay, so from the standard form of the quadratic polynomial, how to formulate the formula, that one I am showing. Okay, see, suppose alpha and beta are two zeros of the quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c. Alpha and beta are two zeros. In the last class we have already learned whenever alpha and beta are two zeros, according to our factors theorem, whenever alpha and beta are 2, otherwise alpha is a 0 of the polynomial, it means x minus alpha is a factor. Alpha is a 0 means x minus alpha is a factor, and beta is a 0 means x minus beta is also a factor. Understood or not understood? Otherwise you just have to remember from now onwards, if any 0 you are getting, so it means the factor we can write it as the x minus that 0. X minus alpha it is one factor and x minus beta it is also another factor. So it means our quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c can be expressed it as the product of the two factors x minus alpha whole into x minus beta. But to make a balance, I just have to multiply a constant in the starting of their product. So it means ax square plus bx plus c it is equal to k means constant whole into x minus alpha whole into x minus beta. Okay, so left side becomes ax square plus bx plus c, once again repeating. But whenever you are opening the bracket and you are doing the multiplication, after doing the multiplication you will get it as k whole into x square minus alpha plus beta kx plus alpha plus beta whole into k. Clear. So it means left side one of the quadratic polynomial, also right side it is also another quadratic polynomial. Both the quadratic polynomials are equal. It means the quadratic polynomials are equal. Here it is left side also variable x, right side is also variable x. So two quadratic polynomials are equal whenever their coefficients, their corresponding coefficients are equal. Coefficient, here it is x square coefficient, it is a, there it is the coefficient of x square is k. So for which k must be same as the a. Ready? Thereafter the coefficient of x of the left side, coefficient of the x on the right side. So coefficient of the x in the left side it is b, and the right side it is minus alpha plus beta whole into k. So it means minus alpha plus beta whole into k is equal to b. But I want to see alpha plus beta equal to how much. So alpha plus beta is equal to b divided by minus k. B divided by minus k. But in the first comparison we got it as the k is equal to a. So for which alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by k. In place of k I am putting it as the a, which is equal to b by minus a. B by minus a, I can transpose the k negative mark from the denominator to numerator. Okay, upper one may be negative, otherwise below one may be negative. Always the rational number will be negative. 1 by minus 2, it is also same as minus 1 by 2. Ready? So for which I am writing it as the alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Is it okay? And another one it is comparing the constant term of both the sides. Left side constant term it is c, and right side constant term it is alpha into beta into k. So it means alpha into beta into k is equal to c. I want to check the product of the two zero. It means alpha beta. Rest other item I just have to transpose to the right side. So on transposing k to the right side, it becomes alpha into beta is equal to c by k. C by k means k it is also same as the a from the first comparison. So for which c by k means c by a. So here we have already derived that the relation between the zero of the sum of the zero it is equal to minus b by a, and the product of the zero it is already c by a. So now we have already got the relationship between the zero of the quadratic polynomial with their coefficient. So from now onwards, by using this relation, we just have to solve the next exercise, question number 1 and question number 2. So today the discussion it is up to this much. So in the next class we will do the discussion of the exercise question number 1 and question number 2. Thank you. Have a nice day ahead.